on episode 635 of the VIG Lounge as the Vegas Golden Knights travel to the Mile High City. Will they be able to go up 3-0 in this series and put Colorado on the brink? Or will Colorado bury the Golden Knights in an avalanche of goals in front of their home fans at Ball Arena? There's only one way to find out. Before we do that, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. And with that out of the way, let's see if we can get a repeat of Game 2, which was the most wild playoff game I've played so far, as Ivan Barbashev put the game away in overtime with his second goal in a 5-4 win. All right, we're underway. Just waiting for the puck to be dropped between McKinnon and Eichel. And Colorado wins that draw, but a big hit by Mark Stone. Now Theodore coming across. Tries to catch Stone in stride and does. Stone got it knocked off the stick. Back to the blue line for McNabb. Across to Theodore. Lets it go. And it's held on to by Blackwood. As the first shot goes to the Golden Knights. Early stages of the first. And the Golden Knights have an offensive zone draw, which they'll probably lose. Yep. I think I slid a little bit. Puck goes back to Makar. He looks to get it out. Makar dished it off. Now to McNabb. Up to Shea Theodore. Lost it. McKinnon. Trying to dance his way through. Unable to do so, and McNabb's going to send it in. Collected along the wall by Eichel. Eichel to the front of the net, denied. And back down now to Shea Theodore. Theodore with another save, another shot rather, and a pad save by MacKenzie Blackwood. Eichel now on a drive, deflected wide. Taves finds McKinnon. What a hit there on Natchez. Puck regathered by Shea Theodore. And William Karlsson in with a burst of speed. Stops up. Cuts to the net. Denied. And the net is knocked off. I don't know if there's any penalty on the play. Going to show a hit by Brock Nelson. As he throws the body around for Colorado. No penalty to speak of, just the net being inadvertently knocked off. Puck kept in for the Golden Knights. Shot from range, denied. And a backhand bid. Swallowed by Blackwood. Only 3 shots on goal in the game so far, and they all belong to the Vegas Golden Knights. Highlighting Mitch Marner. William Karlsson wins it back. Got it back to him, and there was a shot there denied by Blackwood, and now the Avs look to get it out. Knocked off the stick of Landeskog, who was a very big force for Colorado in Game 2. And Arturi Lehkonen had his chance. Knocked away. And the Golden Knights carry it in the other way. Pass across to Howden, but it got picked off. And Ross Colton goes the other way for Colorado. Noah Hannafin. Stretch pass up to Riley Smith. Still don't know where he's going to go, but as of right now, he is still a Golden Knight. And a big save with a glove by MacKenzie Blackwood. Now a shot by Holtz turned away. And a drive now by Jeremy Lauzon, and and Blackwood's got that one as well. Avs look to get it out. Knocking down Jack Drury, who's gone to Nashville. And Holtz gets it back to Coghlan. Gave it away. Did that say Vrana? Did I seriously just see Jacob Vrana? Like, what? I don't even think he was in the NHL this year. Now it's Jonas Swampyard trying to get a shot off, and the rebound deflects off a stick. Golden Knights get it back, though. Back to the blue line. Theodore lets it rip, and a save made once again by MacKenzie Blackwood, as the Golden Knights have put up 9 shots. And if an edge stat tells me that, I've already said it, so please don't do that. But MacKenzie Blackwood has been 9 for 9. Yeah, there it is. 9 saves in the period. Oh, good Lord. Again, that is not an edge stat. You can read that up top. Draw one again by Colorado in their own zone. Still waiting for the game's first shot for the Avs. And it will not be on this shift. Shea Theodore to the net. He's had all kinds of chances. But Blackwood has turned aside every one of them in a shot now by Dowd, knocked away. But it seriously has been all Golden Knights when it comes to the offensive side of the puck. We're down to 4.5 minutes, and Colorado still does not have a shot on goal. And a floater's turned away. Now it's Raphael LeBlanc. LeBlanc with a chance, denied again by Blackwood, as he's faced 13 shots now, and Aiden Hill has yet to face one. Another hit by Brock Nelson, as he puts the biggest player into the Avs bench. Oh yeah, there goes the camera. We're gonna have to fix that at the intermission. Cross now to Hannafin. And Blackwood's got that with 3:05 left. It's not for lack of trying, but MacKenzie Blackwood is certainly doing his part to keep the Vegas offense off the board. McKinnon gets it out to Natchez. Finally gets a shot off, and it's held, and a rather weak one from Natchez. But it was nearly the entire period before Colorado got a single shot on goal, and they only have one. They do have an offensive zone draw, though, so there is that. There's their second shot, a big drive from the point. Now it's cross to Mark Stone. Stone knocked off the puck, though. Regathered by Eichel. Collected by Barbashev. Cross now to cross now to Anderson. And a backhand bid turned away by Blackwood. Hannafin settles it down, tries to shoot it, it's blocked. Picked off by McCarr. And a breakaway for Lehkonen. He's gonna, no he's not! Oh my goodness. I was gonna say, imagine that. All that work for Vegas, nothing to show for it. And then Arturi Lehkonen would have scored for the Avs. But we are, as we started, scoreless after one. Mainly because of that man, MacKenzie Blackwood, in the Avs net. Faced 16 shots, and he stopped every single one of them. That was a busy first period for MacKenzie Blackwood. We're going to have to try to fix the camera before we check the stats. Looks good, okay. So as I mentioned, 16-3 shots on goal in favor of the Golden Knights. Hits about the same, well, similar anyway. 13-4 in favor of the Golden Knights. Passing percentage 92.1 to 81.5 in favor of the Golden Knights. We won all but a single draw. Actually, that doesn't sound right. We lost all but a single draw. There we go. As Colorado dominated in that department. No penalties to speak of. And we may not have been hit as much as we did hit, but Brock Nelson's already been highlighted twice for his hitting. So maybe we'll have to keep an eye on that in a second. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes up. Let's see what this middle frame is all about and if somebody can break the ice. And a giveaway to Stone. Stone dances in, fires one. The rebound's there, but Eichel couldn't get it. Picked up by McKinnon. And a big drive handled by Hill. He will hang on to that. Each team's had a shot already in this period. And still neither one has been able to solve the goaltender. Colorado only with 4 shots, though, as the Golden Knights are up to 17. And get a little crossed up at the blue line, and that's going to be an icing call. Chant of "Let's go Avs." And the random solitary fade out of that chant. There's Landeskog with a chance, denied. And the rebound collected by the Golden Knights as Stone gets back. Here's Theodore again. Trying to get between the Avs defense, was unable to do so. Puck sent down the wall, collected by Colorado. Shot goes wide. And Eichel's going to dump it in. Collected by Marner. Sent all the way around to the car. Now it's Taves, and it looks like we've got an injury to an Avs player. We may have a fight here, but it looks like it's just going to be roughing. Wonder who is the Av that is down. So it's going to be Carlson and Nelson for roughing. And I don't know, I believe, was that the car that got hurt? I'm not 100% sure. Stone with a little bit of space, and he shoots. The rebound couldn't go. And they try it again down low. And another opportunity turned away by Blackwood. We know that Colorado does not want to go down 3-0 in this series, especially with how close Game 2 was, going to overtime and Colorado having 2 leads. But certainly, if this is the way the game's going to play out, the first goal might be a lot bigger than it has been in previous contests, even though there are only 2 to draw from, but still. Puck deflects wide. Collected by Dowd. Lost it. Anderson. Cross to Hannafin. Tried to get it up the left side. Now he does. Now Nick Dowd with a chance. Wouldn't that be fantastic if the 4th line got to the score sheet before anybody else? We're over halfway through the second period, and we're still waiting for a goal. Highlighting Blackwood and Hill. One has been a lot busier than the other. But neither one has yielded a goal as of yet. My goodness, Jeremy Lauzon just ran over. Shot by Marner. The rebound's in the air, and it's denied by Blackwood. Smith lost it. Tried to deliver a hit or take the puck and got neither. That was an excellent block. Golden Knights away with it. Up now to William Karlsson, who is hearing the Bluebirds, trying to cut to the net, and he's knocked off the puck. Big drive by McNabb, gets blocked in traffic. I think that might have went off of Karlsson. And now Lehkonen is away. And there's a goal, but I don't know if it's going to count. It was waved off immediately. As Lehkonen goes barreling into Hill. This was waved off pretty emphatically. We'll have to see if it counts, but I don't think it will, as the stick certainly interfered with the pad. And we're still waiting for the game's first goal. We thought we had it, but it was called back. Now it's Colton to the net, and that's denied by Aiden Hill. A lot of traffic in front, and a lot of crashing and banging in the crease for the Golden Knights crease. But there is a goal! Holtz the phone! Alexander Holtz puts the Golden Knights up 1-0. And the deadlock is broken. I've got a question for you. How much does a polar bear weigh? Enough to break the ice, baby. Golden Knights finally break through after a disallowed goal for the Avalanche and take the 1-0 lead in the back half of the middle frame. And it was just a nice shot. There's nothing more to say, really. It just cleanly beat Blackwood. And that's got to be the biggest goal Alexander Holtz has ever scored. I don't understand why that pass didn't go to the Golden Knight player in front of the net, but whatever. It's interesting. Drew O'Connor got absolutely pasted there, as Ivan Barbashev looks to carry in for the VGK. Shot by Eichel, he cranked it off the post. Pussy! Getting down to the under 3 minutes left now in this middle period. Finally have a goal, and it's off the stick of an unlikely source for Vegas, Alexander Holtz. Here's Ivan Barbashev, who's been red hot, and he hit the crossbar. You've got to be kidding me. And of course, they're going to show that to tease me, aren't they? Beat the goalie, but not the iron. And of course, the game's got to remind me of that. That is just rude right there. Puck knocked away. Gonna pass up the middle. Trying to get it all the way down. And it's collected by Natchez with 5.2 to go in the middle frame. Highlighting Brett Howden. Let's find out why. Hit on Sam Girard. Huge drive turned away by Hill. And that will do it. 40 minutes in the books. The Golden Knights with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of number 11 on this goal right here. Holtz just roofs it in and out. And let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 25-10 in favor of in favor of Vegas. Colorado finally had some more shots going in this period than they did in the first. Hits, 23-6, favoring the VGK. Each team is around 82. Well, Colorado's closer to 83%. That's a big change. We won another single draw in that second period, but we scored, which is what matters most, off the stick of Alexander Holtz. No penalties to speak of either, but can the Golden Knights play through one more period and put the Avs on the brink? Let's find out. 40 minutes down, 20 minutes up, third period action coming at you next here on the VIG line. Puck's carried in by Ivan Barbashev. He's knocked off the puck. Huge hit. And Brayden McNabb trying to dance his way in, shoots, and a big-time save. And I believe the rebound struck something, the post maybe. Didn't sound quite right, but Stone tried to deliver a hip check, but he missed it. Theodore gets it up to Barbashev, who's crunched along the wall. Puck's carried in by Stone. Now to Colton as the Abs carry it out. Olofsson, who is a Golden Knight again this year, as Pavel Dorofeyev got traded to the Rangers. And we're highlighting Brayden McNabb. And we know what for. Oh my goodness, what a hit that was on McKinnon. He absolutely stepped up and leveled the Nate Dog. Oh, the Knights trying to get it out, and there's a rebound goal. And who is it? Brock Nelson. Game's tied. In a scramble play. .47 remaining here in the third. And the Avalanche have tied it. Looking for another one, didn't get it though. And it looks like William Karlsson is in. He's here in the boomer! Oh my goodness, and he almost hurt him even more because he nearly scored. That shot deflected wide. Puck keeps finding Karlsson though. O'Connor gets pasted along the wall. Howden pops out in front. He got poke checked. Otherwise, he could have put it around the pad and nearly gave the Golden Knights their second one-goal lead. Passing to Anderson. Rasmus Anderson. Dances. Lost the puck, though. Logan O'Connor got absolutely obliterated by Jeremy Lauzon with a hip check. Lauzon hangs on to the puck. Fires one and he hit it off the crossbar. It was Holtz again, but he lost it. And then Rasmus Anderson drove to the net. Nobody seems to be able to get the puck for some reason. I don't know what happened there, but either way. Riley Smith with a big drive, handled by Blackwood. And it's Okivi Ranta. Okay, that makes more sense. Although I think he went back to Dallas this year, did he not? At least in the offseason? I'm not sure. Like, it wouldn't be here, obviously, but Joel Okivi Ranta had a chance. Now it's Dylan Coghlan to the net, denied by Blackwood. Riley Smith with a chance. He's turned away. And now Val Nichushkin, the Columbus Blue Jacket. Mark Stone tries to carry it through, was not able to do so. Puck sent all the way down, and that's going to be an icing with 7:12 to go. Golden Knights nearly doubling the Avs in shots, 31-15. MacKenzie Blackwood has been remarkable. Yeah, that's not an edge stat. I mean, I can tell. I've got one goal, and he's made 30 saves on 31 shots, so I don't know why we need to mention that, but whatever. And another one draw for Colorado as Gerard looks to carry in. So, of course, it's now a Pittsburgh Penguin, at least IRL. Ivan Barbashev, the hero of Game 2, and he nearly got a go-ahead goal here in the third game of the series. Was not able to do so, though. And then Eichel with a chance, and Blackwood just freezes it. Okay, this is the last MacKenzie Blackwood highlight, I believe. because this is definitely at least 3. Not saying he hasn't made great saves, but I don't want to keep watching highlights of the same player over and over again. I've mentioned that on numerous occasions in these streams, so it's nothing new. Everybody gets 3. And the Avs get a little crossed up. It's offside. Coming into the Vegas zone. 5:19 to go in period 3. Eichel wins a draw this time. Sees part for him a little bit. Shoots. The rebound was there for Barbashev, but he just couldn't get it. And the puck's dumped in. I'm surprised that isn't icing, because I don't think the red line was gained whatsoever. Now it is. Theodore's in. Shea Theodore fires one. Blackwood has it. Marner pinned along the wall. Back to the blue line for McNabb. Theodore with a wrist shot and a save made by Blackwood. He pounced on it. 2:53 to go in regulation. We'll see if overtime is in the cards again, as we're down to under 3 minutes remaining in this game, at least in regulation. Theodore let that one rip, and I don't know if that got a piece of Blackwood or not. It definitely hit something and then hit the boards, but he's okay. Theodore trying to get through, and he does. He takes a hit, but hangs on to the puck. And he shot one, and it goes wide. And we're down to the final minute. William Karlsson hearing the Boo Birds for a hit earlier in the game, which took out, I believe, Cale Makar, if I'm not mistaken. McNabb with a chance, and that's turned away. Back to the blue line for Eichel. Sets up the one-time blast. Rebound, score! Oh, why not have Brayden McNabb take a stab? Right place, right time. 19:20 of the third period, and the Golden Knights have a late go-ahead goal. And Theodore just teed that one up. McNabb was in front. Got his stick in the right place. And this may not be in overtime, but oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. Look at this. The Golden Knights bench is absolutely elated, and they might have scored the most clutch goal. 40.4 seconds, the most clutch goal in this season mode playoff, as the Golden Knights have a 1-goal lead with under half a minute remaining. See, I waited long enough to do it and say it, so it's all good. Oh my God, that was freaky. Okay, that could have been an absolute disaster. Thankfully it wasn't. I maybe shouldn't have passed there, but no harm, no foul, thankfully. Huge save, Hill. And now Howden looks to seal it, and he hits the empty net. Oh, the Avs nearly tied it on a terrible giveaway, but Aiden Hill bailed himself out. It was almost like a blind guy was passing the puck. But what matters is that the Golden Knights have completed, have scored the empty net goal. And there's a 1.5 seconds left, and Vegas is just about to go up 3-0 in this series, thanks to the heroics of Brayden McNabb and Brett Howden sealing it in maybe not as wild of a game as Game 2 in terms of goal scoring, but wild in terms of the finish. 40 seconds remaining, and Brayden McNabb put the Golden Knights ahead when it looked like we were probably going to go to overtime. And I must tip my cap to MacKenzie Blackwood. If I was wearing one, I would tip it to him, because he made some incredible saves, and Vegas dominated large portions of this game in the offensive zone. But Blackwood kept them in it, but it was Vegas in the end with a late goal and then an empty netter a little later. Let's take a look at the rest of the stats. Shots on goal, 43-17 in favor of the VGK. Hits, 34-15 favoring Vegas. And the passing percentage, 85.1 to 83.8. Faceoffs, 21-5 in favor of the VGK. Each team had 2-minute penalties for offsetting roughing minors, and that was it. But what matters most, once again, Vegas has one win away from going to their 4th Stanley Cup Final in franchise history. 3rd being the most recent against Carolina, but we don't talk about that. But until next time, I have been the Visually Impaired Gamer 1987. I bid you adieu. Have yourselves a therapeutic Thursday, everybody.